Week 1 has ended. Now let's get to week 2. So, how did I did for week 1? Well, 10-6. How about that? Biggest winners? Well, let's go from one game that actually got the score correctly. Denver versus Seattle. I had Seattle winning it by 6, 20-26, and the score was correct. Denver and Seattle end up a 20-26 win. Seattle win. Do you think I'm the best person to know their scores? Because I already got my prediction right. So let's keep going. Overall, 10-6. I'm confident, but let's get to week 2. Starting off with Thursday night football between the Buffalo Bills and Miami. This game will be on Prime Video, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Miami's favored by -2.5. Both teams coming off comeback wins. Buffalo was one of them. Buffalo came in a. We'll continue on, but big comeback win against Arizona. While for Miami, they're down 14-0 until the second half. They were coming back into. Oh, look at that! The Cheetah came back, and really good game for both teams. Unfortunately, now they got to go face each other in an early week. Now, here are the injuries I'm hearing right now. Tyron Johnson is out for this game. Raheem Mostert is out. And then David Achane is expected to be a game-time decision, which if he is out for this game, let's say if, that will be a huge loss for Miami, and I will pick Buffalo. But if he does play, I would pick Miami. This is a 50-50 game. I really think it's a good game. I would expect to see high-scoring offense. These two teams, of course, last year, season finale, Buffalo and Miami played for the division crown, and Buffalo get that win. So expect Miami to get this revenge game here. And with that being said, I'm going to go with Miami. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have a chance to win this game. And how they're going to win this game? They're going to have their defense to be ready. And their defense, of course, allowed 14 points in the first half. It's not like they're going to allow 20 points in the first half and then they're going to have to make a comeback from down 20. So that is where I am standing. How much I think they're going to win it? I'm going to go Buffalo 20, Miami 27. Really tight game. I just think Miami is going to be really good on both sides, and I think Miami will start 2-0. All right, let's get to Sunday's games. Starting with New Orleans taking on Dallas. That game is going to be on Fox at 1 p.m. Dallas is favored by -6.5. And the reason why 6.5 is because Derek Carr outperformed the Panthers with 3 touchdown passes. Maybe that's the reason why Dallas is favored by a touchdown. So, starting with New Orleans. New Orleans played dominating the Carolina Panthers. Don't want to talk about my Panthers because that was a domination loss. But they were dominating and also sailing every game, 30-3 at halftime. That would have been like, the game's over. Saints win 30-3, and we lost by 27. Instead, they click, and click. Keep putting some points. And expects New Orleans, they want to go 2-0, and Derek Carr and the new offense coordinator, Clint Kubiak. Meanwhile, for Dallas, did you spend too many money on Dak Prescott, and they could have done this way earlier? But unfortunately, they get that deal done, and Dak gets the win in a really interesting game before the Cowboys dominating the Browns. And yes, it was all Cowboys defense. Mike Zimmer versus Clint Kubiak. That's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. I think it's going to be a good game. I just think Dallas is going to be the one we're all going to be keeping an eye on. Dallas has never lost a regular season home game before. They have never. Well, we're not including the playoffs because I'm not going to count that because look at their regular season number wins last season. I'm going to go Dallas. I think Dallas wins this one. I'm going to go with a 28-20. I really think the Saints will find a way to take out try to get that sneaky offense ready to go. But I think Dallas is going to be really the team to say, we're going to go 2-0. So with that, the Cowboys will win it by 8. Following that, 1 o'clock p.m. on Fox, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. The Lions are favored by 7.5. Of course, this is Carlton Davis' revenge game. Of course, he is former Buccaneer. But let's get to it. Tampa Bay coming off of a Baker Mayfield 4-touchdown game. That's something we are going to be worried about if we're an NFC South fan. Tampa Bay is now clicking with Baker Mayfield. Of course, Liam Cohen is the new offensive coordinator. But that doesn't matter. Baker's just Baker. He's the same Baker from last year. But Mike Evans, he's going to get another 1,000-yard receiving yards. But also Chris Godwin getting involved. Bucky Irvin, an X-Factor running back we could keep an eye on. And the defense, they're still trying to work on what they need to be. And this is still a good Buccaneers team. They're taking on a Lions team that really came really close to losing after giving up 17 points in the second half. Until then, they drive the ball and they won the game in overtime. And Jameson Williamson was the player of the game in this one. I think it's really a good game. I expect Tampa Bay to play this better. And of course, this is a rematch of this divisional round, which I think Tampa Bay would have matched up with San Francisco. But it came down to which one of those two could really even the games with San Francisco. I'm going to go with Detroit here. I'm going to go with 31-24. I think Detroit is the biggest winners, but that's a big winners. Boom, boom. They'll go 2-0, and Tampa Bay will fall to 1-1. All right. Colts and Packers on Fox, 1 p.m. Eastern. These games are going to be on 1 o'clock, and then we'll talk about the 4 o'clock games. So quick picks. Colts, Packers. Colts are favored by -3. I'm going to still think the Packers can do it, but Anthony Richardson is still the guy. I'm going to go with the Colts. Wink, wink. Quick pick. Colts win it. 24-28. Colts win it. Jets versus the Titans. That game's on CBS. The Jets are favored by -3.5. After looking Monday Night Football game, Aaron Rodgers looks good. He did say he is calm. He's not worried about the game. He's not worried about, hey, we lost this team. Let's move on. He's just calm. Taking on a Titans team that blew up a, how do I say this? 21-point comeback win for the Bears. Embarrassing. Good game. I really think it's going to be good. I really think Tennessee can win this game because of the youth in them, but I'm going to go with the Jets. I'm going to go 24-20. I think the Jets get back on track and they get their first win in the Aaron Rodgers era for the first time ever. San Francisco traveling to Minnesota to take on Sam Darnold and the Vikings. These 49ers are favored by -6. Good win for the Niners, but we could expect to hear McCaffrey may not be able to play against the Vikings, and we could see more Jordan Mason. Taking on a Vikings team that they feel like Sam Darnold's their guy, but this is just the start of the season. I'm going to go with San Francisco. I'm going to win it 30-21. It's going to be hard fought, but I think San Francisco's right there. That game's going to be on CBS also, so forget to put their channels. Seahawks and Patriots on Fox. Seattle's favored by -3.5. I think it's going to be a 4-point game. Seattle winning it with Geno Smith clutch touchdown. They win it 20-24 over the Patriots. Giants taking on the Commanders. That game's also on Fox. Washington is favored by -1.5. This is an interesting one because both teams will try to look for 2. Don't want to end up at 0-2. I'm going to go Washington. I'm going to think Washington wins it 20-21 by 1 point, and Washington wins it. Chargers versus the Panthers. That game's on CBS. The Chargers are favored by -6. Chargers coming off a big win over the Raiders, of course. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is just Jim Harbaugh. J.K. Dobbins coming back from his Achilles. That is a special moment for him. They're taking on the Panthers team, who I would assume they were not that Panthers team that were really that good. And so that the Panthers are 6-1 against the Chargers overall. They have not lost the Chargers since the day when Drew Brees and LaDainian Tomlinson came in to Charlotte to take down the Panthers. If I have to make the risky move to pick the Chargers, I have to do it. But I'm going to go with the Panthers. I'm sorry. What's it going to take for me to know, okay, this Panthers team's not going to be that good? Panthers win it 19-23. I'm sorry. I'm just a Panthers fan. I'm going to give one more chance. If they lose this game, week 3 against the Raiders, if they go 0-2 also, we're going to expect to probably win that game. Watch. Browns versus Jaguars on CBS. The Jaguars are favored by -3. Cleveland getting a brutal loss to the Cowboys, and of course, you get another situation coming in. And another lawsuit from Deshaun Watson, a sexual accused from 2020, and another situation comes in. Now, with that distraction happened in Jacksonville, of course, Jacksonville coming off a heartbreaking loss. Really good game, and I'm going to rely on the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to win this. I'm going to go 21-27. I think the Jaguars will probably have ATN ready to go. Trevor Lawrence, expect to have a big game for him. Raiders versus Colts. That game's on CBS. The Ravens are favored by -9. And sorry, Vegas. You lose this one again. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, you know the story. 30-21, Ravens. Rams versus the Cardinals. That game's on 405 on Fox. This is interesting. The Cardinals are favored by -1. Now, I do not think the Rams are going to start 0-2. But I would probably grab this upset and then put Arizona, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go Rams. I really think Marvin Harrison gets back on track. I'm going to go Rams 23-20. Rams win it. Steelers versus Broncos. This one, I do not want to pick one of these two teams. But they're going to face each other at 4:25 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Pittsburgh is favored by -2.5. I'm going to go Pittsburgh winning it 24-20. Again, this is another game where you could go, Rico, Justin Fields is on the line to start in this game. Can we just get Russell Wilson to start? If Russell Wilson does start this game, that would not be a surprise. But TJ Watt is still in the team, and Bo Nix is going to have a big trouble. So 24-20, Pittsburgh. On to America's Game of the Week on CBS. Bengals and Chiefs at 4:25 p.m. Kansas City is favored by -5. I want to pick the Bengals in this one, but I think the Chiefs are still too good after that impressive win against the Ravens, sorry. And for the Bengals, after losing to the Patriots, are you surprised that you guys lost to the Patriots? Sorry, my friends. I'm going to go Kansas City winning it. I'm going to go with a good one. 31-28, Kansas City winning it by 3. All right, this game is really the game I do not want to pick because I want Caleb Williams or C.J. Stroud. Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. That game is on 8:20 p.m. Eastern on NBC, Peacock, and Houston is favored by -6. And if you're thinking, well, Houston is coming off a big win against the Colts, am I afraid of the Strouds? No, I'm not. And the Bears are coming off a comeback win. Okay, that's good, but can you play against the big boys like Houston? No. Houston wins it 24-28. Houston goes 2-0. And then finally, Monday Night Football, the Falcons and the Eagles at 8:15 p.m. That game's on ESPN. Philadelphia's favored by a touchdown. I'm going to pick the Eagles in this one. They're going to win it really close. I'm going to go 21-26. I think the Eagles really are the real deal, and I think the Eagles win that one. All right, so those are my picks for week 2. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you think will win those games? Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification button for more information, for my more videos. Week 2, let's go. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.